Thank you for joining me for another Multidimensional Monday. I'm here with Cheryl today, and she's going to interview the Galactic Command again. They have some more information that they would like to bring through, so I'm going to step aside and allow Cheryl to take over. I just want to say thank you for subscribing and for all your comments, and I hope you enjoy this show. Hello, Cheryl.
Hello. I'm so honored to be here again with you, Esther. I love doing this with you. We have fun and we get firsthand information. And those of you watching this get it secondhand because this is recorded.
Yes, well, I enjoy these shows too. So thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you interviewing the Galactic Command or whoever comes through. It's just been so much fun to do these.
I agree. So as you step aside, my friend, let's get this party started.
The Galactic Command steps forward. This vessel steps back. Thank you for joining us today for another transmission. Thank you for being here and listening to this show, this program. We are going to allow this one, Cheryl, to come forward and ask the questions that we have given to her ahead of time, to allow this conversation to take place in a way that is most beneficial and informational for all of you listening. So Cheryl, if you will go ahead.
It'd be my pleasure. Thank you, Galactic Command, for giving us the insight and for answering the questions that a lot of us are wondering about. I want to start with your participation in humanity and with what's going on the planet and in our atmosphere, our world, in the universe in general. But obviously, you have great interest in humanity. Is that correct?
Yes, it is by agreement with the human collective that we are always in support of your path.
Thank you. So how do you go about participating and I don't want to say the word overseeing because that has a connotation of control, but more viewing, keeping an eye on, how do you go about doing that many of our defense systems, our so-called security programs don't pick up on? How is it that you can pay attention to what's going on here on Earth that closely?
We have the capability to travel interdimensionally. Remember, you are also multidimensional beings, but you have not used this ability in a long time. You have much forgotten how multidimensional you really are. So our civilization is much older than yours, and we developed the capability to travel between dimensions. So when we stay in another dimension, we can still view your Earth plane. We can still come in close in ships, and we do have craft, spacecraft, you could call it, that we are in, that we monitor what is going on the Earth plane. We have the ability to basically cloak these spacecrafts because they're in a different dimension, and we can allow them to be seen when we want. But most of the time, we prefer to leave them in that place where they're close, but you're not able to see them. And this is because of the fear factor.
Mm-hmm.
The human collective isn't quite ready to accept the fact that we exist, not as a whole, Many of you are getting there, but the frequency is still not quite as compatible as it could be. So with the rising of the frequency on the earth plane, this is part of this collaboration we have. As the frequency gets higher here, and many of you move into that and get very comfortable with it, your frequency gets closer to ours, and that will make it much easier to have contact. So it is no accident that the earth plane is rising quickly. It is no accident that people are shifting into higher consciousness along with your solar system. Everything is moving at a great pace to allow you to have contact and join the galactic community, to be part of all of the other planetary systems here, to be able to have open communication with us. And we do travel in craft, and we do have many stationed all over the earth in different areas. We monitor what is going on by frequency.
Interesting. So is the long-term, and the word goal comes to mind, that may not be correct, but is the long-term goal for us to be in full-on communication, not just with you, but with other planetary bodies and the dwellers of those planets?
Yes. Eventually, you will have open contact with other terrestrial beings, other extraterrestrial beings that will come here, that were part of establishing your DNA, that have been here all along, monitoring but not interfering. And they are part of the Galactic Federation. They are part of the Galactic Command. They have it by agreement, know that you need and require assistance, to know that you're not alone in the planetary system. You're going to have to make an adjustment with your belief system. And this is not going to be easy in the beginning. There will be many that will deny it or be in fear. And we are going to have to eventually reveal ourselves, not too far off in the future, that we actually exist. The open contact that you're seeking, we are not going to be landing on the White House lawn anytime soon, as many people in the United States envision. But there will be a time when we will allow you to see our spacecraft. There are already people that know and can verify that we use certain mountain ranges as portals, such as Mount Shasta. We go in and out. There's some in South America. They're all over. And we use these different magnetic areas, are portals for us to easily travel. Other beings as well go in and out of these. And it is a very, what I would call interstellar, intergalactic mix of species that are coming on and off planet in this way. The ones that we use these portals with us, they are in cooperation with the Federation, and they are just simply awaiting your advancement to make known who they are. And time is different for us, so it doesn't seem like it's been that long. The human history, the human collective history, you've had many iterations as human, and we realize that it does seem like quite a long time for you. But we have always had contact with you in some way, and this has been shown through the indigenous records. But in the future, this will be in a more profound, straightforward way, different from anything you've ever experienced.
So when you talk about future, now that you brought the word topic of time up, and it doesn't seem like time to you, but future communication, future encounters, and to me, encounters seems like almost a distant word, where to me, it would be more of a relationship where we're physically seeing and acknowledging each other in our own energy frequencies. Future is at 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, another lifetime for some of us. How do you break down the term or the word future?
Well, there is going to be proof within the next 5 years that we exist. There's going to be proof that there are other galactic beings in your world and that you are not alone in this planetary system as being populated. So through your instruments, through your instrumentation, through your studies, you will be given proof of this. And then that reaction will be looked at. That will be monitored to see how you proceed with it, to see how you handle the new information in a very loving way. We wish not to cause fear, but we know at some point the human collective is requiring our participation in your world. They are asking for assistance and for better inventions and solutions to things that are coming down the line. And humans have been given much. Much has not been revealed to you about what has been given. And this is part of our pushing the envelope, so to speak, in showing up to force those a bit to come forward with the information that they've been holding back from you, that we have given them. And this is necessary to be fair to each and every human. How can you decide how much you want to awaken in society and what direction you want to go if you do not have all the information? How do you know how you want to proceed with healing the body if you do not have some of the inventions, the frequency machines, the things that we have given your governments and that is being held back to heal the body? You don't have all the information. You aren't being allowed to use it. And we feel, and the human collective feels, that it is time that this type of cover-up stop. That it just stop.
Yay. Because at this point, from my perspective, of course, I can't speak for everyone, I've had a long belief that we're not alone on this planet. And yet you go to a governing body that says they know all, they handle all, they control all. They withhold way more than they give us, and they keep us in fear. So when I think back to some of what are called UFO sightings, some have been explained, but many have not. And then we're told, well, it's for national security. Quite frankly, in my opinion, if you guys appear and you can't be picked up on radar and you're here, I think you're a little bit more advanced than our security systems anyway. But that's my opinion. And not to go down that rabbit hole, how can we prepare ourselves? Because it's going to come from the individuals before it's going to come from our governing bodies or those that like to believe they're in charge. How can we prepare ourselves for any form of galactic interaction?
One of the things that will make it easier for you to handle the new frequency that is coming here is to be able to get into a peaceful state, a meditative state. And this can be done in many different ways, but quieting the mind is a very important way to get information, to raise your frequency, and to get the truth of the information, to allow yourself to open up to our communication, the communication of your guides or even your higher self. This will promote the ability to communicate with us and other galactics in your galactic family. We are here, and we have given much, and we are monitoring to make sure that you do not or have been in the past in particular, promote a nuclear war for devastation on your planet. That was not permitted. There was certain level that was pushed and allowed, but at that point we could see that was not the way the human collective wanted to go. That was not the plan, to be allowed to blow up your earth, to destroy it in this way, or destroy yourselves in this way. So we have been a bit of a peacekeeper in some of this, when you yourselves have gone down roads that would be very detrimental. But the fact now is, where it stands, the human collective, humans are wanting to evolve into a higher form, a higher life form. And that is going to require some assistance. That was the plan all along. And it has been the way it has been done on other planets. So this is not the first time that we have helped a civilization, and it won't be the last. But what needs to be brought forward is the good information that we have given you. You need to know full disclosure, as they call it, the truth, that we have been here, that we do not wish to interfere or take over your planet. We only wish to help you raise the frequency to provide solutions to make your lives better as you evolve into the next stage of human existence. It's not going to look like it did before. It's going to look very different. And to do that, things need to change. But you cannot change without all the information that is already available here that has been held back. And you need a fair shot at looking at all that and deciding how you go in your path as a collective. And so we are going to make sure that we do our part to reveal what is available to you, what has been given, what could be done, what is capable on your planet to help people live in better health, to help clean up your pollution, to help you get along. These are very simple solutions that have already been revealed to you in very critical times in your history that has been held back. And so now that you are evolving to the next level, it is time that that information be revealed to you in a very straightforward and honest manner. And it will be done, and not in a way that causes fear, maybe surprise and celebration with many of you we see. But this is our role, and to be our role in the future here on this planet.
Wow, that's fascinating. So besides working on raising our frequency, what I'm hearing is that we also need to start looking at what we believe and our belief systems and what's been programmed to us. I have a suspicion that if someone came out and said, this is the way to raise your vibration, your frequency, it's as simple as doing this, we would be still in so much doubt we wouldn't recognize the solution if it was presented that easily to us. Or am I misinterpreting that?
There are many solutions that in the higher frequencies, you will wonder why you didn't do it sooner. And if you allow yourself to examine many of the very bright people with scientific minds on this planet, there are some that are quite unknown to you that have come up with ideas and promoted ideas, but haven't quite been accepted in mainstream science. When you reach that turning point where we come in, where it's allowed in a way that is, how should we say, as peaceful as possible, to come in and reveal our existence to the mainstream, your frequency will go up again. And another stage of evolution will take place. And a lot of the things that are taking up your time, that seem important right now, won't, when we come and reveal that we exist. And this will be a clear shift of focus. And as you know, even within your own self, when you shift your focus to change, it happens. It just simply happens. And when the humans as a collective shift their focus in a big way, their energy from some of the things that are playing out that seem important right now, when they go back to it, they will be in a different frequency. They will be in a higher frequency than now. They will have what that means is you will have a better perspective of what is going on. You will see more clearly, a clarity in your vision of this earth and what has been happening. And you will simply say, oh, well, we know how to fix that. And the people that are in place, the people that have been put in place to help facilitate this on a mass level will be able to step forward. They will be accepted as mainstream. They will be seen and heard, and they will be playing the role that they came here to do. And that is to help this critical junction of energy to shift into the next level of consciousness. So be patient, but know that it is coming. And what can you do is get yourself ready. Get your things aligned, simplify your life. Yes, raise your frequency, get healthy. Take care of yourself. When the new solutions come, ways for better health, for living, are going to be there. They're going to be revealed to you in a way that they should have a long time ago. But through your decisions, this was concealed from you, the mainstream public. But there are those that know. And given the right circumstances, they will be able to share it with you. And so you have much to look forward to here within the next 5 years. And you will know that we are here to push that energy along, to allow an assistance in a very, we would say a gentle way, but really, when it comes to energy work, this is a big deal. This is, so to speak, going from a different set of evolutionary boundaries from one to another type of being within your DNA. Your multidimensional DNA is actually being activated in a way that it's never been on the earth plane before. So your abilities are going to be enhanced. And these are things that you can work on right now for yourself.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. That's a lot to absorb. And at the same time, raising our frequency and our awareness seems to be the two things that each individual can do to help.
Yes, and you can go forward with much joy and know that there is a good future ahead for this planet, that there is much positive energy and help and support for you. And so it is to your benefit to activate your intentions and take advantage of the multidimensional aspect of your being to the fullest by following what it is that resonates with you and raising the frequency, by getting through some of the things that may have been holding you back and simplifying your life in a way that you can enjoy it and not feel burdened by it. Be glad to be here. You chose this time to be here for a reason. You wanted to take part. So your higher self is already on board with that. And as you get in connection with it more and more, you will begin to understand how to go forward that is comfortable, in a way that is comfortable for you. And that is really our message here today, is that there is going to be some big changes coming, and that is reason for celebration here. And what has been hidden will be revealed in a way that will support you on your evolutionary path.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Galactic Command. Did you have any final statements, any final words of wisdom or advice you would like to wrap up this question and answer session with?
We just want to remind you that you are not alone, and to have courage. For change requires some courage. And we know that many of you have had many lifetimes where it's been so difficult. And that is the energy that you bring here with this lifetime, to allow those things to be let go and resolved in their own way and honored in their own way. But there is a sense of being alone, loneliness, that does come up. And this is where we say that we are here to support you. We are your backup. We always have been there. We have always agreed that this would be our role. This is the timing of it. So you can ask for our assistance anytime. You can ask for your guidance system, your personal guidance system, to give you the courage to change, even in very small ways. This will help you to gain confidence in moving forward in your life, and to make things more interesting for you as you come out of the one stage of evolution and you go to the next level. That is our message for you today. We step back. Namaste.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was really fascinating, Esther. Really fascinating.
And thank you, Cheryl. Thank you for helping me and helping me navigate this with asking the questions and the interviews. I like the way they've set this up. With you interacting with me, it just moves it right along. So it draws out more information. So I really appreciate you being here with me today.
Wow, my pleasure. My pleasure. Did you have any final words before we wrap up?
Just thank everyone for listening today, and we hope that you have enjoyed this interaction with Cheryl and I and the Galactic Command. Thank you.
Thank you.